Hello everyone, I'm Divyapreet. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I have loved maths all my life. In fact, I was so passionate about it that despite getting admission into IIT Kharagpur for engineering, I chose to pursue mathematics honors from St. Stephen's College, Delhi. People often ask me, how do you improve your maths? And with respect to UPSC, it is mostly about CSAT. So here in this video, I'll share my 2 cents on how can we clear CSAT even when maths is not our strong suit. So let's get into it and see how can we do this. Now the first step is about passages or reading comprehension. A major chunk of the CSAT paper is formed under the reading comprehension part. Close to 25-27 questions are asked every year. Now, in a rush to improve maths, people often forget to work on what they are good at. Remember, we just have to score 67 marks because CSAT is a qualifying paper. It does not matter where you are getting those 67 marks from, whether it is reading comprehension, mathematical ability, or logical reasoning. So, work on your strong suit and make it even better. Now, how to do this is through PYQs. Solve reading comprehension questions of the last 20 to 25 years and match your answers with UPSC's official answer key. It is important to use UPSC's answer key because only then will you be able to understand UPSC's perspective on reading comprehension and how it approaches those questions. Next comes mathematical ability, or the part which is sort of our nightmare when we are not good at maths. So what we got to do here is make a priority list of topics based on PYQs and then decide how to go about CSAT. Let us see some quant topics which have been UPSC's favorite. Now, as you can see, UPSC has repeatedly asked questions from topics of general arithmetic, remainder, digits, numbers, algebra, percentage. So these are topics which have repeatedly been asked. And if you would notice, PNC was a topic which drastically increased in the years 2022-2023 rather than earlier years. So we have to be prepared for such changes as well in the UPSC exam. Now here, if you would observe, the themes mentioned in yellow are the themes which are repeatedly asked, but their questions are slightly difficult when compared to the themes which are mentioned in green. So if you would see questions from topics like age, average, speed, time, distance, they are not very high in number, but then these 1 or 2 questions that are asked, they are relatively easier than topics like algebra. So what you can do is you can try to maximize your score by also preparing these less asked questions well enough so that at the end of the day, you get your 67 plus marks. Next, there is another component which is logical reasoning in our CSAT paper. So this portion requires lesser mathematical ability and are relatively easier. For example, if you check out questions from direction or relationship, these are topics which you can easily solve if you have practiced a few questions on them. So make sure you do not lose out on such logical reasoning questions which one can solve relatively easier compared to, let's say, a question from permutations and combinations. Next, with respect to CSAT, is understanding concepts. So what happens is usually we tend to run after learning tricks to solve a certain question in a certain manner. But this will only restrict your mental abilities. It will restrict your application of knowledge. So what we need to do is to understand the concepts, have that clarity, so that if UPSC brings out another type of questions or innovates in the types of questions it is asking, you can solve those questions then and there in the exam. So the last step here is changing your mindset. Often we are restricted by our mindset by not believing that we can do maths or that we can clear CSAT. So what we need to do is first start believing that we can do mathematical questions and we can clear CSAT. There is nothing stopping you from learning maths the way, let's say, engineers or scientists can do it, but it's only your mindset. So change that mindset, go in with the belief for CSAT, and all the very best for UPSC 2025.